Hi Sagittarius, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is October 15th, 2019. This is a general love reading for the middle of the month for Sagittarius. It is meant to pertain to any kind of relationship you're dealing with, romantic and otherwise, and situations and or circumstances that you're dealing with. So we're going to get started right away with your reading. I have pre-shuffled all my decks. This is take two for your video, Sagittarius. I had another video going and my daughter called in the middle of it, interrupted it, so I had to start again. That one was heavy duty. Whoa, my gosh. So anyway, we'll see what comes up for you this second go around. And I'm curious, because that one had me going for a while there. Okay, let's get a cut in and see what's up for Sagittarius. In your underlying energy, well, here we go. Three of Swords and Three of Wands in reverse. Okay, well, that's heavy duty to start, but let's see what else comes up. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Pentacles, paired with the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Ten of Swords, with the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, so Sagittarius, right now there's some grief, some heartache, and some pain that you're working through. Possibly from a, come on then if you're going to come up here, possibly from a breakup, a split, an ending to a relationship. You're taking time out right now to deal with this pain. I do feel like the Queen of Cups is your energy. I may change my mind later after we get some more cards out, but the Queen of Cups in this set of cards, Six of Pentacles, I feel like there's an imbalance of emotion within this possible breakup ending in this relationship, where you might feel like you are carrying the burden of most of the grief. You may feel like this ending is not the right way to go within this relationship. I feel like you want to work on things, that you're feeling insecure about this ending, that you don't want it to be definitive, that you don't want it to be over. It's feeling over, however. Ten of Swords, Two of Cups, and it feels like it was a harsh ending. A bit of a blow to your heart, maybe a little bit unexpected, in that if there was turmoil within this relationship or heartache within the relationship that you're dealing with, I don't know that you expected an ending of the relationship. If there was conflict, you know, we all have conflict in our relationship. So if that was the case for you, I don't necessarily feel like you thought that it was heading towards an ending of the relationship itself. Let's get some more cards on the table for you, Sagittarius, and see what else we can get for you. Clarifying the Three of Swords in your underlying energy, Four of Wands in reverse. And Three of Wands in reverse is clarified by the Devil energy. So there's no movement towards a reconciliation. In fact, quite the opposite. If that's something you were looking for or hoping for, what's your plan, Sylvester? Do you want to go in the windowsill? Okay, I'm not going to play games with you. You're going to have to do your own thing. I do feel like this was a blow for you. I get this feeling that there's the Three of Swords again, clarifying the Three of Pentacles. you want to work on things. I don't feel like this was expected or that you anticipated this in any way. I think there were definitely problems within the relationship. I get the sense that there was unhappiness, that there were emotional issues within the relationship, but that you didn't feel like that it was heading towards an ending. And with the world clarifying the Ten of Swords, this feels final. If you were not the one to make it final, then your partner was the one. And this energy is mostly yours right now. You're feeling a significant burden because of the end of this relationship. Your person's energy is not on the table right now. It's all yours. And what it's telling me is you're feeling unstable because of this heartache. You're feeling, maybe a little wobbly-legged because you didn't expect it. This was an unexpected consequence, possibly of some conflict that you were dealing with, or some disharmony within the relationship, but you didn't expect this. You knew that there was imbalance within the relationship. I think you were working on things or wanting to work on things with your partner, but you did not expect an ending. That's what I have so far. If this was an actual relationship, it has ended. If it was the hope for a new relationship, that hope for the new relationship has ended. Because again, I'm not seeing anybody else's energy on the table yet of who you're dealing with. Let's get some more cards out and see what we can come up with for you, Sagittarius. Underlying energy for Swords in reverse. Three of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Cups. I think you thought this relationship or movement towards this relationship, this is the second time the Ten of Cups has come up, but it's in reverse down here. I feel like you thought this was your Ten of Cups and that you were waiting. It feels like you may have been establishing a relationship, or it was a fairly new one, and that something you were working on and felt like it could potentially be your Ten of Cups, true fulfillment, happiness, joy, love, harmony. The World again in reverse. There's been significant imbalance within the relationship throughout the duration. Queen of Pentacles is clarifying your energy. Queen of Cups. I believe this is you again. You're feeling insecure about what's happened and your response to it. I'm getting that maybe you feel like this was a one-sided situation, that maybe the level of sorrow that you're feeling is not warranted because maybe that your partner did not feel that same level of commitment, loyalty, or love that you did. You want to work on things. You're trapped by the desire to work on making this right. And I say you're trapped because I don't think you feel that your person is wanting the same thing. It's possible that your partner, the person who's ended things, was involved with another relationship or with other relationships that interfered with yours. And I don't mean third party necessarily. Three of Swords twice out on the table can indicate third party, but there is a sense that this person may have been juggling more than just you and has put an end to this need to, juggle more than one person at a time and that this ending, at least for them, has brought some balance into their life while being a burden to you at the same time. Again, it's interesting because if this is a relationship, Sagittarius, that has ended for you, this person's energy is not on the table yet at all. And it's almost like if they ended things with you, they've walked away, and they took all of their energy with them at the same time. Like that, you know, when you end a relationship, a lot of times people will think about each other, and they're kind of still hemming and hawing over what went wrong, or maybe how to make things right, or how to make amends, or how to come back together, or how to establish closure. So, you know, even if you break up with somebody, you might still be hanging on to their energy and you, because you're still working through things, or at least still emotionally working through the breakup. But this person's energy, if you're dealing with a breakup, and that's what it feels like to me, is not present. Which means to me that if this was an ending, they just up and left. Quite literally just said, I'm out of here, I'm done with this, I'm not doing this anymore. And not only up and left, but took their energy and their thoughts with them. They are not thinking about this relationship, this breakup, or worried about the repercussions, or worried about mending things. This feels harsh. This feels harsh to me, Sagittarius, and I apologize for sounding so harsh. I'm just trying to deliver the message the way I see it. But let's get some more cards out on the table. So we have the Magician in reverse, clarifying the Four of Wands. There was possibly some manipulation going on within this relationship that caused it to be unstable. And when I say manipulation, it could have been on your side, on their side, or both. Something that was interfering with the harmony of this relationship. Wheel of Fortune is clarifying the Devil energy. I think that you're lacking clarity on exactly what went wrong, or what was making your partner unhappy. You're frustrated because I don't think you have a clear understanding of why this is over. Again, we have Temperance clarifying the Ten of Wands. So there's balance in the balance has been created because of the ending of this relationship. You're hurt by their actions. You feel like this was harsh, hasty, not thought out well. You don't feel like you have all the facts. You don't have a clear understanding of what went wrong. I think you feel entitled to an explanation that you're not receiving. I know you had an understanding there was some kind of imbalance. There was imbalance within the relationship. Things were not going well. At the same time, you still felt secure about the relationship. Again, you didn't see this coming. You didn't see an ending coming. Let's get some more cards out. High Priestess in reverse. There's something about you not seeing things clearly. Maybe you were not tapping into your intuition regarding the situation, that you thought that there was an opportunity here to establish a Ten of Cups type relationship with this person, to keep things going, something that would make you very happy. And let me get the rest of these cards out. Let's see what else we come up with here. Okay, so I feel like it's almost like a sense of, as time went on, you started to feel more and more secure that the relationship was solid, but that wasn't true. There was something missing. Again, your person's energy is not on the table, but I still feel this is a relationship that you're no longer in. I mean, Elvis has left the building. That's all I have to say about this person. They're just gone. Something that you thought was stable, something that you thought you were working towards a 10 of Cups, you were waiting for your ships to come in. There was some delays because there was a lack of harmony or some imbalance in some way, shape, or form. So there was some kind of manipulation. Maybe it was a one-sided relationship. Maybe you just weren't listening to your intuition and you thought that there was more stability than there was. And maybe even manipulating yourself into thinking that there was something more stable within this relationship, kept you going with it, feeling good about it. But this ending, it's almost like you felt there was a relationship, but your person was not involved in the relationship. Does that make any sense? You may have known that your person was, had other friends and other people they liked hanging out with, but you were sure that it wasn't because they didn't love you or they didn't want a relationship with you. It was just who they were. They're just a social person, just like being around other people. But this person may have had other relationships that were more important to them or were more established than yours with them. And their departure has left you wounded emotionally and feeling left in the dust. This Queen of Pentacles in reverse is about feeling like there's imbalance within a relationship. There's not equal give and take. It feels like you were invested in this and this person that you were dealing with was not. This is one of the first times, I have to say, that I have had a reading where I feel like it's absolutely regarding a relationship between two people where only one person's energy is on the table and there is no sign of the other person. And I know I keep saying that, but it's very strange to me that I feel confident that this is a breakup or an ending. But it's almost like it's not an ending of an actual relationship because the relationship never was. It's more of a, no, we're not in a relationship. I'm out of here. I'm done with this. I'm walking away, and that's why this person's energy is not here, because they were never invested in this relationship. Sagittarius, does that make sense? It was one-sided. Sylvester, you're not getting up on the table. Don't even think about it. So Sagittarius, what time do we have here? Ooh, it's only 18 minutes. I am going to, it's starting to get dark. I had, like I said, redid your video and I'm having issues with this cat. I want to get an advice card for you. And this is a brand new tarot deck that I just got, so I'm still becoming familiar with it. It's a little bit different than your traditional tarot meanings, although some of the meanings of the cards are pretty similar. It's a beautiful deck. I really love it. There's one of the images just to give you an idea. It's called the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. And what I've been doing in order to become familiar with it's by Ravynne, Phelan, I believe her last name is. Anyway, I want to read one of these cards to you as kind of an advice card. It's been how I've decided I wanted to get to know these cards, is just kind of pick one at a time to become more familiar with them. So if you're like me, and I will admit this to be true for myself, I do not like it when tarot readers read meanings of cards from the book that comes with it. It's just not my thing. I don't want to listen to people read. So if you don't like that as well, I totally understand. I'm going to end this reading here for you at this point in time, but I'm going to pick one card for you, Sagittarius, because I feel like you need some advice. I feel like you need some kind of closure. I feel like you need something to lift your spirits or help you see the light at the end of the tunnel regarding the situation, because it does feel very harsh. But again, if you don't like to listen to readers read cards from the book, I'm going to do that. It's very short. It's not like it's going to last more than a couple of minutes, but I am going to end this video after that. And I know it's a short one today. Only going to be about 25 minutes when all is said and done. But the message is pretty clear, and Sagittarius, I feel for you. I think that this is a situation where it was just a hopeful relationship on your part. Maybe you saw things moving in the right direction for yourself. This person is just not here, not present. This person did not have the same investment that you did. If you're resonating with this reading, I feel for you. I hope that this reading is giving you some kind of clarity or confirmation or helping you in some way, shape, or form. You know, I hate to leave it at that, but that's, you know, that's what I've got here. So I don't know why I'm cutting these cards, because I was doing a different kind of shuffle. Let's get one card for Sagittarius to end this reading. Give this a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel, some advice for Sagittarius regarding this reading. Please help Sagittarius gain some clarity. One card for Sagittarius. That's the one. Intuition. I've had this one before. There's 83 cards in this deck, and I've only used it a few times, and I got this card again. This is actually a nice card. Intuition. This might be about tapping into your intuition, gaining a little clarity. So I'm going to find this card in the book and try to display it while I read it. There it is. Okay, intuition. There are many words and phrases used to describe the subject of the sixth influence card, intuition. That funny feeling, an inkling, a sneaking suspicion, a hunch, a knowing, a feeling in one's bones, a gut feeling, a permanent, oops. It's inexplicable. You cannot pinpoint why you feel or believe as you do. You just know it in your gut, and every fiber of your being demands that you listen. What is intuition? Intuition is your sixth sense. Intuition is a knowing or gut feeling that you experience without fully understanding the logic or reason behind the feeling. It might defy rational thought or explanation, but you want to trust it nonetheless. Intuition is a bridge between conscious and unconscious minds, between instinct and reason. It is your unconscious mind communicating with you. It can come to you in a flash of insight or feeling, or you can have an intuitive experience within a dream or daydream. It is also something quite often experienced during creative endeavors. In fact, most creative endeavors are better for being intuitive. Intuition is knowing that something needs to be done, not knowing why it needs to be done, but trusting and doing it anyway. Why? Because our intuition provides solutions. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt a certain vibe, or met someone you are at ease with from the very first moment and felt like you have known them forever? Have you ever had the feeling that something is not right or too good to be true? Have you ever heard the phone ring and known before answering it who it was? This is your intuition, your sixth sense at work. But how strong your intuitive abilities are is dependent upon how often you use them. Do you trust that gut feeling or knowing, or do you push it aside as illogical and irrational? To have a strong intuitive ability and to use it has nothing to do with the paranormal or supernatural. Would it surprise you to know that there is a lot of legitimate research, including studies by the U.S. Navy, into how intuition works and how it can be strengthened to help in situations where intuitive thinking may save lives? Some of the greatest scientists' discoveries have been in moments of intuitive insight. Isaac Newton and Frederick Kekule all followed their intuition. Albert Einstein believed that intuition was of great value when it came to innovation and invention. It is very easy to dismiss the intuitive feelings and thoughts that come to us, but your sixth sense is no different from your other senses. It is there to be used, and incorporating it into your everyday life will only enhance it. I think this is, honestly, it's connected to the fact that earlier in your reading, especially in your underlying energy, it felt like you weren't really listening to your intuition regarding this relationship. I think this is another confirmation that might be time to tune in a little bit to that, see what you can find out, because I do feel like you're still seeking answers regarding this heartbreak. Sagittarius, I'm going to leave that here and end the reading. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you gained some insight, some confirmation. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that you join me again soon. Take care. Bye, Sagittarius.